Hi and welcome back or welcome to my All the Perfume YouTube channel. In this video I'll be sharing reviews of 2022 perfume launches so far. Stay tuned if you'd like to see reviews of the fragrances I have here. So I've decided to review these scents in the order that I bought them or received them. First up we have the very beautiful Olympia Solar by Paco Rabanne. Now, Paco Rabanne is a brand I already enjoy scents from. I've had Black Excess, which I'll insert a little picture of, and Sam has quite a few of their perfumes in his collection as well. I had high hopes for this one. I received my bottle from the perfume shop's 30th birthday party in my amazing goodie bag, and I have talked about it already on my channel. I think it keeps coming back for me because I love it so much. With the bottle design, I know that in my collection I have quite a few colourful bottles and I like a kind of range of rainbow scents, but I also do appreciate a kind of standalone piece as well. I think this looks incredible. I get a kind of ancient Greek vibe from it, as you'd imagine from the name. Yeah, I love that it's a kind of standalone bottle design you could have on your dressing table looking good. As for the scent, I have been looking forward to spraying this one. It's always the way with my videos. There's usually one or two I think I can't wait to test. This is the most beautiful mix of orange and spice notes. So you've got with this one orange peel, orange blossom and mandarin orange. And I have to admit, those weren't obvious to me when I first tested it. It's not what I got. Do you know, actually, I'm going to change my mind on the spot here. So for me, I see this as a really good transitional summer to autumn scent. It's kind of evenings, it's a bit cozy, but that kind of citrus in there, yeah, summer to autumn. But I'm thinking now that combination would be really, really good for Christmas. Kind of in the Hidden Fantasy bracket. Hidden Fantasy by Britney Spears, that I love for its clementine note. That's where the orange is taking me today. I really love that you can smell a fragrance and get something new from it kind of every time. Yeah, this is lovely. I feel like the longevity is really good. I sprayed quite a bit, so for me with the projection, you know, I smell of it anyway. I've sprayed a lot. I feel like you would like this if you like Alien Goddess. For me there's a similarity, but this is more spicy than the coconut that you get from Alien Goddess. I think this is worth having in your collection. This is something new I kind of want to talk about in my reviews, whether or not something is worth making that purchase. And it's so subjective, of course. Like, you know, I have so many perfumes. Of course, there are similarities in mine and things I don't necessarily need. But if you've got a smaller collection and you're thinking you want something new, is this one, you know, unique enough? Is it good enough? Does it last well enough? And I think this one is. I think it's similar enough to Alien Goddess that I like it for the same reasons, but different enough that I want both. So yeah, that is my first of my 2022 fragrance launches and I really love it. That is Olympia Solar. Next up for review we have Guava Goddess by DKNY. So I heard that this was on the market and I thought guava. I love a guava note, especially in Britney Spears' Believe. That's now twice I've mentioned Britney since. You can see I'm clearly a fan and we're only on our second review. Yeah, I couldn't wait to get my hands on this one. So with DKNY, I love their limited edition ranges and there's a few I'm kicking myself for not having bought from, and yeah, the ones with the swirl, the popsicle stick, the neon range. Yeah, I've looked back and tried the resellers. Some of those ranges are beautiful, but I've got a couple from the brand nonetheless. So yeah, I was excited by this one, and in actual fact, the notes that I found online are quite simple. You've got your mandarin orange in the top, your guava, and your sandalwood. And what I found, let's give it a little spray. I mean, these bottles, I do appreciate them in my collection. They're just so kind of linked with the brand now, aren't they? This kind of famous apple shape. We'll go for the other side. Now, I found that I like this well enough. It's light. So for me personally, it's a little bit too light to get me excited or think, oh, you know, that guava is really there. It's summery and it's pretty and it's light, and some people, if that's all you want in a scent, that's great. Like, it's good. It's nicely done, but I'm going to say it again. For me, it's just that bit too light. So yeah, I'm not sure if this is one I'll keep, to be honest, but I wanted to review it nonetheless because, yeah, everyone's in the market for different things, aren't they? I think if you want Guava heavy, you go Britney Believe instead. If you want something as a gift for somebody because it's so hard not to like, this would be the one. I would say this, I mean, as the fruitiness might suggest, would be really good as a summer scent, but you won't feel out of place wearing this in winter either. It will just smell like clean, fruity, fun. It will smell like something you can wear in the workplace. So yeah, not my favourite from the brand, but I would recommend it for those after something lighter, perhaps. Guava Goddess by DKNY. Alive Intense by Hugo Boss is our next perfume for review. I received mine as part of the Perfume Shop Scent Squad, and yeah, I like Hugo Boss as a brand, but it kind of goes back to my early days with perfume because I had Hugo Boss Woman. I really enjoyed that sporty scent. So yeah, along this came, and I think this is a beautiful colour of juice. This is just so lovely. I took a red picture of my red perfume bottles and scents for Instagram, and yeah, it's so vibrant, so lovely. So with this one, I have already given it a little spray this morning, and I find it to be a bit like Burberry For Her Intense. It's got that kind of, that sort of hairspray smell in the opening, that quite strong rush, and there's that raspberry in there, which reminds me of the strawberry in Intense For Her. So I like the opening. I like benzoin in scents as well, and it's got that in there too. But what I find with this one is that when it kind of dries down, it's maybe not as different as I would like it to be. So I feel like I'm smelling something that's quite pleasing. It's got nothing wrong with it, but maybe it's just not unique enough to my collection. And for that reason, I would really recommend it as a gift to somebody, because I feel like you couldn't not like this. And my mind can't help go to Christmas and the things I'll be buying for people. And I think, yeah, a red bottle that's cute, that's got that lovely fruity note in the top, but then the little spice with the benzoin, you're kind of onto a winner. Yeah, I find I really like it. It's just, it's quite simple. The opening is probably my favourite part. In terms of your season, I would say summer for this one. Yeah, which kind of contrasts to me saying get it for Christmas, but you know, we kind of lean towards certain seasons with scents, don't we? And I've certainly had gifts for one time of year that are, you know, best suited to another for when I wear them. Yeah, okay. I'll be interested to know if you've tried this one. I know that a lot of people in the fragrance community really like the original Alive. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on Alive Intense. Now we're on to This Is Us by Zadig and Voltaire. So I was again sent this by the Perfume Shop as part of their scent squad, and I was excited. We actually got two bottles. We got This Is Him as well, which Sam really enjoys, and with This Is Us, I've kind of claimed this one. So with this scent, I really love the bottle and the kind of concept with the words on the front. It came in a white box, and I love that kind of monochrome look. Yeah, I read the notes on this one, and funnily enough, I expected, especially with the branding, for it to be like Katy Perry's Indie. I thought it was going to be quite musky. You've got musk in there, you've got vanilla, patchouli as well, and sandalwood, so a lot of my favourite notes. But when I spray it, and I have already tested it today, I get like a green vibe from it. So I don't think that's coming from maybe anything other than the patchouli, but it feels outdoorsy, and I can imagine like staying away on a little break, kind of like a little maybe Nottingham break in the woods, and then you're wearing this to go out for your morning walk. Like, it's fresh and a bit earthy, and I really like it because for me it's something a bit different to my collection. I'm reminded a little bit of I'm going to forget the brand now, Kieran NYC and Santal Sky, and some of those perfumes I've tried in the past. But yeah, it's got that a bit more of, I'm loath to use this word, but kind of maturity to it maybe, which, you know, clearly I don't really think about perfume, because otherwise what am I saying about my collection? Yeah, something a little bit different from everything else on the market, and for somebody who likes the outdoors, this one would be a great present. Yeah, so that is This Is Us by Zadig and Voltaire. The longevity and the projection are amazing. They are really good for this one, both of them. I can attest for when I had my test day, and I had a few sprays. I didn't go too crazy with it on my first go because I was being a bit careful with the musk, but yeah, it did project really, really well. So do check out their brand, and this one is This Is Us by Zadig and Voltaire. So now I have legitimate reason to talk about Britney Spears, because this scent is Blissful Fantasy from her range. and I was excited by the launch of another fantasy perfume. Of course I was. I collect them. My eye is on Naked Fantasy, which is another one, new out. But yeah, I gave this a smell when it was launched earlier this year, and I liked it, but I was reminded a little bit of Christina Aguilera's Inspire perfume, which was pleasant enough, and you know, of course I owned it back in the day, circa 2008, but just, you know, quite white floral, not particularly a me scent. Then I smelt this a second time, and I just thought, how did I miss that it is so similar to Ralph Lauren's Glamorous? If you follow me over on Instagram, you'll know that Glamorous was my ultimate university going out scent. I loved that perfume. I'm so sad it was discontinued. But I feel like I've got it kind of brought back again with Blissful Fantasy. Now, the packaging of this one does suggest that sort of summer tropical vibe, and you do have melon in the top. You've got lily and freesia as well, with tuberose and jasmine in the middle, and musk and sandalwood in the base. It's got a little of the tropical, but for me it's more white floral musk. I wouldn't put this as a summer scent strictly. For me, this is calming. It's just got a lovely calming feel to it. You will like this if you like L'Imperatrice by Dolce & Gabbana. If you like Island Fantasy, there's that little tropical similarity there. Or My Way Intense by Armani. I think they're a bit similar as well. Yeah, a really good one. Different enough from her other fantasies. There's quite a lot of variety. I mean, there would be. There are so many scents. Yeah, different enough that it's not too similar to anything else in her line. If you're a collector and you're thinking, is it different enough? My bottle was actually a gift from my lovely friend for my birthday, and I think you can get these for about £25. I wouldn't want to pay any more than that for a fantasy bottle, because in the UK particularly, you usually find them reduced a couple of months after. So don't pay too much. Yeah, I'm really pleased with this one. Blissful Fantasy by Britney Spears. Next up for review, we have I Want Choo Forever by Jimmy Choo. I love Jimmy Choo as a brand. I really enjoy their original Jimmy Choo EDP perfume. I like Blossom, and I love I Want Choo. So the first scent in this particular line that came out. For me, that one is just vanilla peach amazing. So I had high hopes for this scent. And the lovely people at Essential actually sent me this over to try a couple of weeks ago. And so it was a bit of a September kind of got to get things done kind of day. When my parcel arrived, I thought, oh, I'm onto a good thing here. I can't wait to test this. So yeah, I have to give it a bit of a test. I'm kind of running out of skin. Let's go in the middle here. So, oh, it's so good. I'm not good at acting, so when I say something's really good, this is the one for me. Yeah, I love this. I think this being added to my collection was kind of my tipping point for thinking of doing a 2022 video, because I know we're not at the end of it yet. I thought, yeah, I've got a few good scents now that have been launched this year. Let's review them. So basically, this for me is the cherry version of what was the peach beauty in I Want Choo. This has rose and bitter almond in the top. The cherry is in the middle, and along with vetiver and jasmine, and it's got that lovely vanilla coming through as well. I just find these scents, this and the original I Want Choo, project so well. It's like it's a perfume. You know, it's like, here, try my new perfume, which, believe me, that has been the case. When we had friends around at Christmas, we were saying goodbye in the hallway, you know, our lovely friend was sort of admiring my little display, and I just said, you've got to try this one. That was I Want Choo she was trying. Yeah, I now keep talking about I Want Choo, the original, because to me, it's like, oh wow, this range, where's it going to go? What else is going to be launched? Yeah, they project well. The bottles are beautiful. I love this black and gold. It looks so good. And they last a long time. They last really well on the skin. With this almond and cherry combination, I'm headed to Christmas with this. I'm planning different perfume every day of the month for December, because I'm excited about Christmas. I've got other things planned over on my TikTok as well I want to show, and I will have fun wearing this in December for sure. Again, can't help but say about gift buying, this would be a beauty to buy someone, even just over the Christmas period, like if you've got somebody with a birthday around that time. And I know that cherry scents are quite popular in the fragrance community at the moment, or so it seems. Yeah, high praise for this one. And with Essential as well, even though I do get their PR releases, I buy from them, and I recommend them for my friends to buy from, because they often have their 20% discounts. Really look out for those. It feels like They kind of have those about every other weekend. I'm not particularly keeping track, but yeah, they do a good 20% discount every now and then. So absolutely look to getting this one from there. I will include the link below, in fact. So yeah, I Want Choo Forever by Jimmy Choo is a real favourite launch of mine for this year. Our last fragrance for review is Paradoxe by Prada. Now, my experience of Prada is the Candy range, which I've only just got into in the last few months. I had Candy Night recommended to me. I then went ahead and bought Candy Kiss, and I've also bought Candy Gloss, and I love them. I need a video on those, I think, don't I? So yeah, along came Paradoxe by Prada. I was also sent this by Essential, so thank you to them as part of their PR and their new releases. But online prior to that, I'd had some of the people I follow say they weren't too impressed with it, you know, kind of fruity floral, smelt it before, nothing too new. So, I mean, I think just obviously with perfume, it's subjective, it's taste. Try something first, you know, that's what I would say. Just try things. If maybe you hear the negative and, you know, you want to see for yourself. But equally, I suppose that's true of positive reviews, isn't it? I'm a bit of a blind buyer in my own shopping habits, but I think it's best to try things, isn't it, of course. So let's look at this really cute bottle. I love the campaign with Emma Watson and her look and everything there. And so, yeah, it sits like this. Anything a bit different gets my vote. And so, yeah, I've given this a little test already. I've been sniffing my arm. I wore it last Monday, I believe. I think it was Monday. And I have to say, I really enjoyed it. It's, yeah, a fruity floral. It's got pear, it's got bergamot, it's got orange blossom, and jasmine in there as well. But I found it really nice with a bit of, it's like kind of classy. And I thought, this for me is a really good work scent. If you go to a workplace, maybe even only a couple of days a week, if you're going somewhere and you want to put something in your bag, I mean, how perfect is that size? Like, I kind of want to go to a workplace now just to have this in my bag. Yeah, it's classy, it's slick. I really enjoyed smelling of it. And for me, I think you'll like this if you like Valentino's Born in Roma. It had the same vibe to me. There is benzoin in this one as well, and bourbon vanilla in the base. And I'm thinking, is benzoin like a note of the year or something? It's come into a few of our scents, hasn't it? Yeah, I'd recommend this. I know my friend has a few testers of this at the moment as well. She's giving it a try, but I found it really enjoyable. It lasted on me all day, actually, the day I wore it. Close to the skin, it wasn't projecting, you know, amazingly well. It wasn't too loud, but again, that brings me back to why I think it'd be a really good scent for the workplace. Paradoxe by Prada. So we've come to the end, and I do hope you enjoyed my reviews of these scents. I'm really happy with these launches this year, and I'm excited for what the perfume brands have to come. Please do chat to me in the comments. I really love hearing from you and your feedback on, you know, what you like as well, any questions you may have. But do remember to like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this. It absolutely makes my day seeing a new subscriber. So yeah, thank you to everybody who already subscribes and supports my content. You can catch me on Instagram, TikTok, my blog. I will link everything below. I will also, where I can, link the links for the scents below as well, so you know where to shop. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.